This is the book of Psalm, chapter 17, verse 13, and it reads, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." I want to say all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, pushing this doctrine of truth to the four corners of the earth, to the Israelites. So I wanted to do a lesson on the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai's sword, who it is, and why they serve as the Most High's sword. Well, first off, the Most High sword is Esau, Edom, okay, the so-called white man. And it's important to identify who the Most High sword is, because you need to understand that the dynamic that exists today between the Israelites and Esau, Edom, goes back to the beginning, around the time of Genesis. Okay, so that ongoing tension and animosity between the Israelites and Esau, Edom, has been going on for thousands of years. Okay, as prophesied. Okay, so why did the Most High make them his sword? Well, it was solely to punish the children of Israel. This is a part of the Most High's story, his movie, if you will. And this is the way it was written. Okay? He created a protagonist in the Israelites and an antagonist in Esau, Edom. And he obviously created them because he wanted to teach us a lesson. He knew in his movie that the Israelites would go off, we'd turn our back on them, start worshiping other gods, profaning the Sabbath, following the ways of the heathen. Okay? And if you're doing that, well, obviously, you're not going to be faithful to the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So he ultimately knew that we would go off, and he wanted to punish us for it. Okay? Because we were supposed to be his bride, his wife, from the beginning. We're his chosen, the apple of his eye. And he commanded us to be ye separate, from all the other nations, which meant we couldn't be worshiping their gods. We couldn't be worshiping idols, what have you. Okay, but that's what we did. Our forefathers did that. Okay, and that's why we've had so many different captivities throughout time. Okay, I believe there was only one time of peace, and that was when King Solomon reigned for 40 years. Okay, but we served a lot of captivities. And it was because of our rebellious, stiff-necked ways. Okay? So I wanted to jump up to, probably should have started it at verse 9. But anyway, because it gives you some idea as to what we're dealing with in this wicked nation of people, the Most High sword. Okay? Like I said, it's a very adversarial relationship. And they've done a lot of killing amongst the Israelites over time. Okay, so let's go to verse 9, and it reads, "From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly." So these are characteristics of Esau, Edom, that lets you know that this is in fact the wicked. Okay? Based on these attributes or these characteristics. Now it says that they are enclosed in their own fat, which means they were blessed with the fatness of the earth, pursuant to the book of Genesis. And it also says that their mouth, they speak proudly. Well, we know that they're very, very prideful people. Okay? And they proclaim that they are proud to be Americans. All right? Because they're proud people, very proud and arrogant. Okay? So this is describing Esau, Edom to a T. Now, this is the year 2020. And you may say, well, all that stuff happened a long time ago. Well, no. It was written in the Most High's movie that this dynamic would persist throughout time, until the end of time, until the end of the age. All right? Which we're just about there. We're going to be transitioning from Esau's rulership to our Lord, Yahweh Shai's rulership. Soon, very soon. Okay? Anyway, let me continue. Verse 11. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Okay? Let's go to the book of Genesis, when it all started. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 40. And we're going to start off at verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. Now this is Esau, Jacob and Esau's father, Isaac. And he's basically giving them their blessings. Okay? Esau, Edom, his blessing obviously is a sword. So it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. And that's heavy. Okay, so it started then. All right, these are between this tension and animosity is between two brothers, blood brothers. All right, and he vowed that he would slay his brother, and guess what? He lived up to his vow, because that's all he's done, especially here in Babylon the Great. Over the past 400 years, all Esau Edom has done is found ways to destroy us as a people. Okay? With this merciless bloodshed and evil and wickedness committed against the children of Israel. So he has lived up to his blessing. All right. So let's go to the book of Amos. And it reads, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. And that's what you see here in Babylon the Great especially. You know, you see it throughout the world. Wherever there's Jakes and Edomites, and they're close together, there's tension that ensues. Okay? Now this is spiritual. This is 100% spiritual. Again, this is the Most High's movie, and this is the way he wanted it written. So, that's the way it is. It's not hateful, it's not evil to talk about this, because, again, this is the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's movie. So, that's another example of that perpetual hatred. So lastly, let's go to the book of Revelation, where it talks about the sword. So we're in chapter 13, verse 10. And it reads, well, let's do 9. Let's start at 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So those saints are referring to the Israelites. Okay? And you can't be a spiritual Israelite. You have to be a bloodline Israelite. Okay? Now it mentions, he that killeth with the sword, here is talking about Esau, Edom. Now, I'm sure this has a double meaning that it's definitely talking about Esau, Edom specifically, but it's also a part of judgment, that if you kill with the sword, you will be killed with the sword. If you commit murder, unjustified murder, according to the law, you get to get put to death. All right? In like manner. So this is talking about Esau, Edom, and this is an end time prophecy. So we know that this hasn't been fulfilled yet, and we've identified who Esau, Edom is. So we know that Esau, Edom is going to go into captivity for having taken the children of Israel into captivity. That's justice. That's fair. Okay? All the innocent bloodshed that was shed on American soil, or Babylon, the great soil. Well, the only way to cleanse that bloodshed is by the blood of the people who shed the blood to begin with. So that's Esau, Edom. A lot of killing, a lot of death and destruction when they step foot on this continent. Okay? Alright, well, I think I have proven my point. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope this was edifying. I want to say all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, pushing this truth to the nation of Israel throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.